everybody, welcome back to my page, Positive Tribes. So today I wanted to talk to you about an experience I had when I was 15 years old. A lot of people ask me if I have seen spirits and angels before, and this was the actual first time that I saw an angel. So I wanted to talk to you about the story behind this, and as it's coming up to 10 years, I thought it'd be a perfect time to talk to you about it. A lot of people haven't believed me in the past, and that's up to them. That's their choice in not believing me. I don't mind. This is something that's very special to me, so it actually means a lot that I'm talking about this in the open now. So basically, I was 15 years old and I had an eating disorder. So I had an eating disorder for about 6 months now, and this was in February of 2011. I was going to doctors a lot and being weighed, and I was meant to be going on a ski trip with my school, and this was going to be happening in the April Easter holiday. And my head teacher and my form teacher, they were very worried about me, and they got my dad into the school, and they were like, well, if she doesn't put on weight, then she's not going to be allowed on the ski trip, because when you go skiing you use up a lot of energy and you burn calories. So that really scared me, and they were like saying that I had to put on £2 a week to be able to go on this ski trip. So I had like a month to put like £8 on. I think it was like nearly a stone they wanted me to put on, and obviously in my head I was like, I'm not doing that, like I want to lose more weight. So I remember we went to my weigh-in at the doctor's that Friday, and she was like, you've dropped £2. So to me, obviously my head was like, oh, that's really good, and I didn't really know what the outcome was going to be in the future about that to do with the ski trip. So my dad went in for a meeting with my head of year, and I didn't go in. It's like a private meeting that they used to have weekly about my eating problem, and he was told that I wasn't able to go on this ski trip because I had lost the weight instead of putting it on. So they didn't tell me until I got home from school that night. I remember my mum came in from work and she was crying, and I didn't really understand what was going on. So my dad took me into a room and he was like, I'm really sorry, but they're not letting you go on the ski trip because your weight's not improving, and they don't want to risk that for you to go there and lose more weight. They don't want to have that as a risk, and obviously it's not healthy for me. And I just remember that night I was hating myself. Like I was going mental, like hurting, like hitting my head in the wall, and it was really bad. I went in a very bad way, and I just didn't understand why this was all going wrong for me. And I just was so sad, and my parents felt really sad as well because they thought it was their fault, and it's not. It's something that it's a mental problem. I had a blockage that I couldn't eat at that time. And then during that night I was asleep, and I woke up during the night, and I saw an angel in my door, and it was a bright angel. She was a lady, and she had green wings, and she came up to me and she gave me a hug, and she said everything's going to be okay. And I just remember like putting my head on her shoulder, and we hugged, and then she just went, and that's all I remember. And the next morning I woke up and went straight down to my dad, and I told him about it, and he was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, like I'm really happy for you. And then that's how I think part of the way I healed through my eating disorder was because I always had it in the back of my head that I was going to be okay because I saw this angel. And I've never ever forgotten that story, and it is true. And some people don't believe me. Like I even spoke to my partner about it the other night, and he thought it was a joke, but it's not. Then he did some research, and he did find out that people can see angels and guardian angels. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about that today. I think it's a very special time that I had in my life, and if anyone else has experienced anything like this, please let me know, because I would absolutely love to hear your stories. I think it is an incredible experience I had. Not only did she speak to me, but she hugged me, and I would never ever forget that. And I have been doing some research on what her name was, but they say like there is an angel who was green with green wings, and she's called Jade, and that's really strange because my best friend's called Jade as well, but I met her afterwards. So yeah, it's a very good experience that I had, and I just wanted to know if any of you have had any experiences like this. So if you have, just drop me a message or comment in the link below, and I would love to hear your stories.